Okay, my beautiful badges, we're inside Unity. We've made our own input system and I'm happy about how I went around it. I might have done things a little bit differently. It's funky. It even allows to handle events for the inputs. You can invoke events when you do an input, which is pretty funky. But apparently Unity's own new input system also has funky magic too, and it's time we check it out. Everyone else has done videos on them, everyone else has basically made amazing things. I haven't even imported it into a project yet, and I think it's about time we do it. As always, I like to leave things until they settle. You know what it is? Well, it's kind of like, let's say this in the most loving possible way. Sometimes when Unity releases a new feature, it's like when someone's been to the toilet and you really need to let it air out before you walk into the bathroom. You know that feeling? That's what it's kind of like sometimes. So we've let it air out. Hopefully it doesn't stink and it's going to be wonderful because everyone says that there's no bugs. There's no bugs in this toilet, so let's have a look. Let's find a package manager. Let's go over here. I think that's the best analogy. I love an analogy. Oh, I could do an analogy. And as I'm recording this video, I've just been updated on Discord that our very own Freshmeat who's our mod on Twitch and Discord, and a lovely badger has just had a baby. Just had a little baby. So I'm going to pause this video now. This is brilliant news. He just had a little baby. Just that's pause, unpause to you. It's like nothing happened, but to me, I'm just sitting here spamming Discord. Little badger babies. Put your badger babies in the chat. Oh my word. Okay, I've got no idea what to do now. So we need to find input system. Input system. Here it is, and install. It's no longer in preview. That's a good thing. See, we've let April 29th. We let it linger in the loo, and now it's fine. Oh wow, look at all these. Comes like I was recording a YouTube video and Freshmeat's just had a baby, so I have to stop this video now. It's like, sorry man, like no need to apologize. Baby, badger baby, spamming chat, badger baby. Oh, this is awesome. The project is using the new input system, but the native platform backends for the new input system are not enabled in player settings. Yeah, we know that. Do you want to enable them? Yeah, sure. Enable them. Do your magic. Alright, now what's all this? Ooh, rebinding UI. Okay. Grab them all. I grabbed them all. Why not? They're there. They're free. They're gifts. Why not? Why not grab them all? Why not shove them all in and see what happens? Imported in all those lovely freebies that they give us. Let's go into the input system. There's loads of stuff. Let's go to a simple demo. And my controller. Let me find the other controller. Where's my cable? Doodling. There's another cable. So let's click play. I'm going to unplug myself. And okay, could actually help if I loaded up the demo. Would help if I loaded up the demo. I'll just click play without loading up. So let's go into what is the difference between any of these? Using action assets, using actions, using player input, using state. Are these going to be using different callbacks and stuff? Let's have a look. Player. Simple controller using state. Let's open it up. And before we do that, let's actually open up the. This is where all their magic lives. The input actions, which is actually pretty much what I did. And I hadn't played about with their input system, but it looks like I went around about the same methodology as they did, using input actions as a mapping mechanism, and which is, you know, the right way about going. I'm very pleased with myself, actually. Let's edit, and here we go. We drag that into here, and here's the action maps gameplay, much like mine. I had like a map container and there a series of actions, and the actions had properties and control some. So yeah, very much like mine. So we've got here fire. If I open up, primary action any. So any input mechanism that has a primary action, we could specify that to be just the gamepad. Player 1's primary action. Wow. Okay. Wonder how we're going to be able to pass through a integer to determine which the player is, though, like we did in ours. We were passing through an integer in the event to say this is player 1 who's trying to do stuff, this is player 2 who's trying to do stuff, so you don't have any conflicts, you can have both of them at the same time doing stuff. I wonder how they've done it. And here we go, move. A move is an action type value, so we're getting a value, okay, rather than a button or a pass-through. Pass-through being like, we'll just like say, hey, something's happened, I'm going to tell you about it, and then you can do an event to listen to it, and then use it. I just put the vector 2 because that's a direction, makes sense. Left stick gamepad, I like that. So is he in here? So here we got left stick, right stick, D-pad. Android gamepad. Have we got generic gamepad? Up here, get generic gamepad, left stick. And these are any. So, oh, here we go. Here's the generics here. Okay, D-pad, and there is. It's using the D-pad. Digital normalized. Oh, directional pad, but it's not D-pad, is it? It's up, down, left, right with WASD. Why is it saying directional pad? Digital normalized, analog, digital. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. I like that mode. Oh, I should have stolen that. Oh, I wish I'd seen this first, and I could have nicked ideas and pretended that I didn't see it. We could actually just build upon this, our one, make it more in line with this, and go, here you go, you're using an old version of Unity, now we've made you the new input system for the old version of Unity. Why? They're a completely pointless exercise, I won't do that. And then look, right stick is looking around, and delta pointer, that is your, who's that? What's that on gamepad? Pointer. Mouse, that's the mouse pointer, delta. Okay. That's the difference. Scale vector, X and Y. Is there a tooltip for this? More hover our mouse over? Is this going to be like increasing the speed, sensitivity of it? Doesn't seem to do anything. Right, let's have a look at the code now. What's the code saying? This is it. This is just 78 lines. Declaring our variables up the top. Okay. Move speed, rotate speed, projectile, rotation, firing cooldown. Nice. So don't spam it. Variable gamepad current, the current gamepad. Aha. If it's null, return. Nice. Left stick, right stick, read value. So that's how we get it. Read value. I like that. Right stick, left stick. Gamepad button south was pressed this frame. Where's that running in the update? So where's the fixed update doing the stuff to actually position us? Well, that's odd. You'd normally have the update saying I want you to do stuff, and the fixed update was saying what you want them to do. So like update, I want you to jump. And fix update will say, by how much do you want me to jump? See how it works? It's very easy to think of it that way. But I don't see any fixed update. I can see like here the move, and here is the how much is that doggy in the window. But there you go, move here. Why have they put it in the update, not the? Can I just be naughty and do that? Because that just is rubbing me up the wrong way. I'm just gonna do that. There we go. Okay, I feel a lot better now. But why is it? Because the left these are in here. Ah, you see. If I stick these out here and put them in there. Oh no, it still works. Oh no, the game, because the gamepad's out there. So I'll have to actually put that in twice. Like that. I'm actually preferring that. So, you know, I know it's a bit naughty, and actually I'd rather stick that outside in here, but why is that running on there? Ah, because there's an update saying get the current, but on the update, every time you get the current? That doesn't seem good. That doesn't... Is it just me, or does that not seem like a good idea to do this? Sticking that in here, in the update, because that happens a lot. That update, this is happening a lot. How often are you... Well, I suppose because you could be changing your gamepad, you want to make sure you catch it, you don't miss it. But wouldn't you just stick an event in and listening to that event and say, my gamepad has changed? Hey, computer, the gamepad's changed. Here's the event. Are you listening to it? Yeah, I'm listening to it. Well, it's changed. Now change the gamepad variable. You don't need to be constantly checking it yourself. That's how I would do it. To be honest, that's how I would do it. I would have a listener on an event, and then when the controller changes, it would fire off. But anyway, we're digressing. I'm sure they have their reasons. They're far more intelligent than I am. So let's not get distracted. Comments down in the comments section. I am very messy. I don't honestly know what I'm doing, so who am I to judge? Gamepad.button south was pressed. This frame it fires off true. Cooldown, and then we've got this else if, and in here we're checking that it was released, and then it's false. So that is basically your button down, button up, and this was always our problem with the old input system, is that it didn't natively have something like this, which is why I made my own. I wrote my own code for it, and it's nice that it's out of the box. And here, firing and firing cooldown is less than timed out at a time. Then we're going to fire, and it can have the fire cooldown. So that making sure that you are firing. And here's the move, your standard movie woovies, and here's the look. It's interesting that they've got look as a method. So that's nice. And the fire, because we've got it in here, sitting rather than having it like on a camera or something externally. So it's all in here. Fire is just firing a projectile. It's just firing. It's got a rigid body on there. Nice. It's got a mesh renderer on there. Tasty. Add force, pushing it forward. Lovely. Again, you would have this add force in the fixed update, because that's where your physics stuff lives, in here, in the fixed update. You don't put your physicsy things in here. So I really want to take it out and stick it in here, because it doesn't live in here. I'm sorry, but it doesn't. You're doing physicky things. You don't live in here, you live in here. Am I wrong? Have I always been wrong? Can somebody tell me in the comments down below if I'm wrong? But I honestly do feel like I'm not wrong. Okay, we're just going to click play now. See if I've broken it. So I'm going to use... I haven't even plugged in the blinking controller. Let's plug in the controller. Okay, I plugged it in. And it immediately knows that I plugged it in. And it's picked it up. And you can see the bottom right corner, it says that it's found it. So, and it's working. As you can tell, it's working because I'm using it. I've got no colliders on me. So I'm just... Oh, no, I'm going for those. And if I shoot... Yay, bouncy. So there are colliders on that. Squeegee. And can I... Whee! Pop, see, there's no collider on me. That upsets me. But we can shoot and hit them. Boom. Lovely. And using the mouse. Does the mouse... No. Did I? Wow, I think I may have broken it. Controller works, but the mouse and mouse doesn't. So, oh yeah, maybe I did break it. Let's go back into the code, undo everything that we did, and save it, and then go back in here, and now click play. No, actually, no, I didn't break it. It just doesn't. This demo doesn't do it. No, this demo doesn't do that. So I thought that I broke it. So you know what? I'm going to go back in here and I'm going to put my changes back in because that's how it's supposed to be. Just going to say it. Just going to say it. Said it. Said it. I did it. Okay. So that was using the state. For some reason, only one of them works. And I kind of don't understand why. Because in here, both of them are lined up. Both of them are 2D vector, normalized, W, ASD. See, those were there. Delta was in there. Oh, it's in. No, it's gameplay. I was going to say, is it gamepad? No, it's gameplay, the action map. They're very odd. Very odd. Let's open up another demo. Using player input. And let's go here to player. And immediately there's that script from before. And now there's another one, player input, which seems to be a new script. So actions, simple actions input. It's this one here. Default map is the gameplay one. Cool. I like that drop down. UI input module. So actually, that's very similar to how I was doing it as a single script or object singleton. UI input module, nothing. Camera, nothing. Behavior, invoke Unity events, nice. And let's go down into the events. Nothing. Okay. Interesting. Let's click play and expect nothing to happen. No, it does actually happen. It does. I'm moving the mouse and the mouse is working. And I'm, oops, sorry. Using the controller and the controller works. So what's the... Is this a different... This is a different script. This is a different script than the last one. So let's see the different... This was the simple one that we butchered. So this one says... I'm going to move. So on move... And remember, these are using events. That's why you've got these callback context in here. And it's looking for a context. And it's saying, hey, you read the value vector2 and you're going to be the movie, the vector2 move. Looky, you context, read the value of vector2 and stick it in there and look. And then fire, much the same. Context or phase, this switch here. Input action phased performed. Slow tap interaction. Wow. Double tap. Start coroutine, burst fire. Okay, cool. And then we've got, otherwise we're just going to fire. And then charging force. Very nice, simple. Actually, yeah, really, that is quite nice. I like that. I did a similar thing with mine because my system allows you to just use events. And pretty much exactly like this. You can say invoke move up, and it will say how much do you want up to be moved by, and they will listen, say player 1 moved up, and then you'll move them. But again, I always stick it in the fixed update rather than the update. But yeah, these are just okay. Look, although it's using, I don't know. I'm just going to jibber jabber. And then I enumerate burst fire, and here we got a fire like before. So this is nice. Just calling him into there, so you didn't even need to stick anything into the events here. But you can just go bang, stick another thing in, and if we just butchered here and said public void hello, or say hello. And pass through a string hello, and here debug.log hello, like that. Let's go and make that smally. Let it compile. Spinny magic, and just drag that into here and find say hello. There it is. Say hello to my little friend. And now, I wonder... Oh, that's on device lost. I did that on device lost. So, say goodbye to my little friend on device lost, on device found. Let's grab that. I should have actually done it that way around, isn't it? Here, say hello. So say hello to my little friend. And this one, jog that in. Simple controller, say hello. And on this one we're going to say something like, hello, I did stuff. And let's click play. And say goodbye to my little friend. Well, we didn't actually disconnect anything. So that's odd. Let's go out of maximize. And here, console. Clear that out. If I unplug, say my little friend, I did stuff. What did you do? Plug him back in. Say hello to my little friend. Good, I did stuff. Why is he doing I did stuff? Now if we move this around, where's the event for I did stuff? Nothing. What about if we use the keyboard? None. But down here, controls change event. Oh, that's just for the controls changed. That I, went from being keyboard to using gamepad, and gamepad to using keyboard. Ah, I would have thought we would have been doing, something like, controls changed as in I clicked something and changed. But no, oh, hang on, he's being a little bit more specific. Controllers, the controllers have changed. Okay, look, it's binding. Don't save. Let's click play. Well, it's a bit small, isn't it? Let's make it nice and big. Okay. Bind up, waiting for button input. Okay. So left. And why is it? What? Up, left. I didn't do print screen and print. Up, keep. What the heck? I did not do print screen and print, mate. I did up, directional up and down. What is T and G? Well, this is just bizarre. Look. Up, left. What the heck? What the heck? What is going on? Okay, binding up. Let's try this one. Down, left, right. So the numpads were doing it. So let's turn numblock off. Now do it up, down, left, right. Oh yeah, see it. But if I do the actual other ones, they've got a serious issue. They've got a serious issue. Interact E. Waiting for vector 2 input. Okay. Move. Is that just any of them? Oh, it says rainbow. So you're basically taking it for granted that you want it to be up, down, left, right with the stick. It's taking it for granted. It's like it doesn't even give you the option to think about it, which is nice, and in a way simplifies it. But yeah, it's a bit confusing. Okay, interaction. Let's take it to a square button. It knows I'm using a PlayStation. It knows that it's squared, so it is nice. Not over. I mean, it's nice. It's a good demo, but why didn't it work on the most important keys that I use? Is my up, down, left, right. Didn't like that at all. That's just silly. That's just silly. Alright. Click. There's an error. There's an error. There's an error. Replace. Okay. Let's click. Let's do it. Oh, hang on. Okay. Why wouldn't it be at standard? Okay, left stick. Oh, so it's virtual. It's a virtual. This is the virtual one. I like that. I like that. So there's a lot. I mean, the demos in themselves are enough for you to just stick in your project and start working. Let's do simple multiplayer. I want to see how he does them. So, multiplayer manager. We can limit the number of players. Nice. Player prefab. Here's a prefab, so it's going to spawn. Join players when button is pressed. Join when action is triggered. Join manually. Well, let's click play and see what happens. Cool. One controller. No cameras rendering. Okay. Because we've got no players, I suppose. So now pushed one of them. He joined. Nothing's happening. Can't control it. Mouse one that's clicked. So that's bizarre. And now third one is in. Okay, says no. I like how he's straight away with the split screen. Handles all that for you. And is there a fourth keyboard one? No. Okay, so keyboard and mouse is this one here, which doesn't seem to be the control. I mean, there doesn't seem to be any real control set up for this demo. I think this demo literally is get in and start running around. If we open this up, drag it over here. Let's close that one. Oh, all he's got is teleport. That's it. That's all the input is. It's just run around and teleport. So yeah. Yeah, you can understand it's not too fancy. If we have a look at this prefab of the player though, could change this to be the simple controls, but let's have a look at this right trigger gamepad. So right trigger gamepad, primary touch. What do they do? Nothing. They're not putting any logic or any events on there. So how is he? Is he just saying when about? Okay, what about when a joint action is triggered? Ah, and here we define what the action is. Ah, oh, I like this. I like this a lot. This is so much better. Part of me is like, I should really add this into mine. I don't need to. Just upgrade your project to 2019.1. We're just playing about. Gamepad, mouse, cursor. Oh, okay, let's have a look at that one. Don't save. And what's the difference between his actions here? So if we drag you over here, point, pass through vector 2, click, and a scrolly. And if we move these over, got the virtual mouse, position virtual mouse, and scroll virtual mouse. So this is the virtual mouse. I like it. Let's. Oh look, it's working. It's working. It's the left stick or the right stick are the virtual mice. What if I move the other? Any controller. I've got the other gamepad in, and it's moving them as well. So it doesn't actually care which one. It hasn't specified. Can I still use the cursor? I can still use the mouse. There you go. And then X is the button. X is left button. Scroll down with triggers. Okay. Oh! Ooh! Nice. So if you wanted to make a console game, I had like inputs, then you could do it. Well, that's a nice demo. I like that demo better than multiplayer. Multiplayer one has potential, but I think that's pretty funky. I like that. So here, what do I think of it? What do I Penviz? That is a very unfortunate name for a prefab, isn't it? Really. Let's be honest. So if we click play and just let's see. Oh, lovely. Look at that. Oh, that is nice. This is how you can see if your gamepads are broken. So it's me pushing up. The kids have destroyed my gamepad. And then look at that. My buttons work. What's here we go. It's these buttons here. Wow, this is nice. We can make these little pictures. Like, draw a little picture. Draw a smiley face. Make him happy. There you go. It's happy now. This is the new input system from Unity. Am I happy? Do I like it? Yeah. The wife was like, "What did you make your own one for?" That's unfortunate timing. Well, it's now basically. I understood a lot better of how they work, let's put it that way, and I'm really chuffed with myself that I went about it in a very similar methodology the way that Unity did themselves. So obviously I must be getting a few things right. That's made me happy. Always take a positive somewhere, and always remind yourself that you're not as silly as you might think sometimes. Don't let yourself have those naughty negative thoughts in your head. And sometimes it's always good just to do a project just for the fun of it, without any real goal in mind, just to learn something new. And with that in mind, if you do like these videos, you want to see more, click on that big juicy red subscribe button down below to all of your friends, random people on the street. If you do like it, click it. Till next time. If you want to see more of my crazy videos, click on the left side of your screen now, and down below there's that big juicy subscribe button, and right next to it is the magic bell that if you click it, it will tell you if I've got a new video coming out. Till next time.